TIFU by posting my dad's picture with David Bowie. It's not really a fuck up, it's more of a chaotic scenario I made for myself. So back in 1988, my dad went with his friends to a vacation in Greece. By extreme luck, somehow, my dad found David Bowie, riding on a rented motorcycle. My dad, who's a really big fan of him, went to him and asked him if is it cool to take a picture with him. David agreed and even let my dad to seat on the motorcycle behind him for the picture. My dad, overly excited, sat down on the motorcycle really close to David, and one of my dad's friends took the picture for him. Back for today, I asked my dad if it's cool if I'll upload the photo for r/old school cool because I knew that sort of pictures are welcomed in the sub. So instead of thinking an extra second, I wrote in the title my dad with David Bowie in a vacation in Greece. 1988 inches. I didn't even notice the typo in a vacation. Because of my dumbass title and my dad sitting too close to Bowie, literally all of the comments are how my dad and Bowie had sex on that vacation and how my dad is actually gay. For now, I posted the picture about 7 hours ago, and it reached to r/all with 55k upvotes and 4k comments with almost all of the comments are in the style of "you're adopted, your dad and Bowie def banged bro," etc. At the start it was really funny. I showed some of the comments to my dad and he laughed his ass off. But now with like 5k comments like that, it's just straight up chaos. The internet is a beautiful mess. TL, Doctor, I posted a picture of my dad with David Bowie with a bad title and everyone thinks my dad is gay and he and Bowie fucked. The original post. This is Major Tom to Pound Control. You can fuck David Bowie once or twice and still have a family. Especially because, as David Bowie puts it, bisexuals can and do exist. Don't let them get to you. It's a cool picture and nothing about that means your dad banged David Bowie. However, Bowie 100% banged your dad. Straight up butt fucked him. People are quick to make snarky remarks for internet points. It's obvious your dad's not gay. He's clearly bisexual. Bosexual. He's obviously bosexual. They're just jealous because they didn't get to fuck Bowie or look like they might have fucked Bowie. I'm jealous of your dad for having met Bowie at all, and it's stuff like that which warms the cockles of my cold and barren heart. TIFU by telling my 35-year-old wife that she looks hot in a 20-year-old picture. So this happened last night and I'm not sure how this is going to end. I'd like to begin by stating I am not a perv. That being said, I may have done something pervy and I now hate myself. This fuck up is innocent enough, I think, but the implications are terrible. I'll let you be the judge. So yesterday my lovely, beautiful, 35-year-old wife went to her grandmother's house to help clean out her old room. She lived with her in her high school years because her mother moved away and she didn't want to change schools, so she stayed. Her room at grandma's has gone pretty much untouched since she moved in with me, 16 years ago. Anyways, she got home late last night and was very excited to show me some of her treasures for decades past that she recovered from her childhood bedroom. Unfortunately, her show and tell session coincided with a playoff game, so she did not have my undivided attention. Even though the Titans clearly had it in the bag, you have to watch until the end just in case. She showed me her sketchbook. Very nice, dear. You could have been an artist. An article she wrote that was published in a local newspaper. Wow, babe, you could have been a journalist. Fumble, and some other stuff. Then she breaks out a dusty photo album from the good old days of disposable cameras. I got detailed history of every picture of her, her friends, her siblings, people she doesn't even remember, places that no longer exist. I was not paying attention, I'll admit that. She flipped through page after page as she sat beside me on the couch and I glanced at the pictures, and gave my obligatory "that's nice" or "wow, look at that" response. Everything was going peachy until she flipped the page, and said this is a picture of me at the beach, and I glanced. And it was her in a bikini. Her, my wife, in a bikini. I said damn, and looked back at the TV. Silence from her. I feel something is wrong. I can feel her eyes on the side my face. I said the wrong thing. What did I do? I risk a peek at her face. She is shocked. I have obviously grown a grotesque second head on my shoulder, because the look on her face could not be the result of anything less. What? I ask stupidly. What the fuck does that mean? I show you a picture of me when I was 15 fucking years old and you say damn? You find that fucking attractive? You are disgusting. I have no answer, I just kinda look at her wishing she'd start laughing at let me know she's fucking with me. But no, the same expression of rage and disappointment. I don't know what to do. I kinda stuttered out but it's you. You know, younger I guess, but you're hot. I'm sorry, you've always been hot. What the fuck am I supposed to say? She tells me that the little girl in the picture no longer exists. It's not her but a memory, and that I am a weirdo. I have nothing to say, I just want this conversation to be over. There are 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I get the brilliant idea to say, look, I wasn't paying attention, let me see the picture again, I'm sure you aren't hot. Smooth. I won't go into too much detail about the rest of the conversation, but suffice it to say that I am sleeping on the couch and should apparently be on a list of folks to keep an eye on. All I wanted to do was watch football. TL, doctor, I saw a picture of my wife taken when she was 15 and suggested she was hot. Edit, I should add her grandmother is being moved to hospice care. She does not normally react this way, but I think she is under a lot of stress. Also, I have read your comments and agree that this has more to do with me ignoring her than me thinking she was a hottie at 15. She needs me to be there to listen to her and I blew it. Thanks for your feedback, though it's a lot to think about. Edit 2, hooray, I made the front page. I wanted to update the folks who seemed genuinely interested. My wife and I talked about it. We are doing just fine now. She is not crazy, not a bitch, and we're not getting a divorce. Some of you also suggested her reaction may have been the result of a past trauma. She assured me this is not the case, she's just stressed and was angry with me. Lastly, fellas, please stop suggesting that I did nothing wrong because you think it's perfectly natural and okay to be attracted to teenage girls. It is not. I don't care how developed they are. Stop it. Final edit. Sorry if I ghosted you guys. I took some of your advice and have been giving my wife my undivided attention. I am not used to this amount of attention or scrutiny, and honestly it's been a mixed bag. It's Reddit. I asked for it, but now that I've got it, I feel kinda like a young actress who wanted a private meeting with Harvey Weinstein. So I'll try to read your 4K comments and reply to anyone who I feel might be waiting for one, but not now. Thanks for your support and advice. Thank you for mocking, trolling, and ridiculing me as well. It's all in good fun, I hope. It was 28-6 at the end of the third. You probably could have paid a bit more attention. As a Falcons fan, that score doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Just tell her 15, 16, and 17-year-old me would have fucked you. 18 and up would just have waited. 35-year-old him is still waiting now, haha. So here's the thing. My boyfriend and I got together when I was 15 and he was 17. We're in our early 20s now, and when we talk about our sexual relationship in the past he will comment that he liked my boobs or something to that effect. That doesn't mean at the age he is now he would be sexually attracted to 15-year-old me. I don't think you did anything wrong. It's your spouse. I think the rules are a little different. Maybe I can see it if you guys didn't know each other when that picture was taken, but just slightly. Also, sometimes it's hard to differentiate between adolescents and young adults. Some people just look older, and that picture was taken when she was already close to adulthood anyway. Reddit be like, she doesn't deserve you, divorce. TIFU buying KY at Walmart. I went to Walmart to pick up some stuff. First item on my list, bottle of the old faithful KY jelly. I walked into the pharmacy section to find all of that paraphernalia is now locked in a glass box. I stood there in disbelief. I have to ask for access to slip and slide now? Am I 14 again? Seriously? I was about to walk off, not wanting to ask a stranger to unlock the box. I mean, vegetable oil is cheaper anyway, right? But then a female employee just happened to walk by and ask if I needed the box opened. I sheepishly nodded my head yes, trying not to make any noise that would attract unwanted attention from the 20 people in the pharmacy line. So out of her pocket comes the loudest keychain full of keys I've ever heard. People in the toy section turned to see what the noise was and then made their kids look away. Everyone in pharmacy turned and looked at me like, oh Karen, look at that fat creepy guy who is too good to budge organs like normal people. So as she's unlocking the box, she bangs those keys all over the glass, making even more noise as she opens the door. In haste to get out of the situation as fast as possible, I reach in and grab my preferred sex jelly product and turn to leave. She yells at me, with everyone watching, excuse me, I have to carry that to the front for you." Seriously? Please tell me no. Shampoo is starting to feel like a reasonable option at this point. So she grabs it out of my hand and starts walking. I won't have to shake the bottle, because this very energetic woman, 4'11" fireball, is dramatically waving hello at every single fellow employee with my tuggu in her hand. Meanwhile, I try to invisibility walk 5 paces behind her. Once my creep walk journey was finally at the front of the store, this woman led me past all the other customers, and hands the jerk jelly to the manager on duty, pointed at me and said in the loudest socially acceptable voice for someone watching a playoff football game, "This is for this man," and pointed at me. The manager on duty, yet another woman in my life that silently judges me, started walking without making eye contact, and says, "Come this way." Well, I had planned to do that. But after this public Walmart humiliation, I'm not sure I can muster the concentration to make this purchase necessary. We made our way to self-checkout as she held the bottle with 2 fingers in an outstretched arm like a dirty diaper. That's when I realized, with all the unbelievable embarrassing display of following the hand waver to the front, I didn't get anything else on my list. My hand basket was completely empty. So my entire purchase was KY jelly. The lady looked at me and said, "Is this all you needed?" Well, yes. Because I left my dignity back in pharmacy. And that is the story of my last Walmart purchase ever. TL, Doctor, I tried to buy KY at Walmart, but their new anti-theft policy requires dramatic public humiliation and shaming when buying any sex-related products, leading me to never shop at Walmart ever again. Final update. Thank you for the kind Reddit gifts. They were my first ever. I'm happy you enjoyed it. It was embarrassing then, but it's funny now. Glad you agree. You should have said you needed a box of tissues when she asked if you needed anything else. And a cucumber. Why on earth is lube being treated this way? It's just a cheap liquid. I saw it was locked the other day and thought I would never get it there. I didn't even know that they had to walk it to the front. WTF is that? And the worst part is that people are not going to get the condones they need out of embarrassment. They aren't going to not have sex. I hope they see this and see that people are actually not going to go here anymore because of this. I used to work at a convenience store, and we kept the condoms up behind the register because they are commonly stolen, but we didn't make a big deal out of anyone purchasing them. Since they were right behind the counter, they just had to discreetly ask for a box. In fact, there was one time when a kid, probably 10 or 11, asked for a box. They're not age restricted, so I sold it to him. I saw him before, and if I had to guess, I think he was buying them for his 15-16-year-old brother, who had a girlfriend. I saw them in the store a time or two, and obviously didn't have enough balls to buy them himself. I was impressed that the younger brother had more confidence. Yeah, see mate, instead of being embarrassed, just roll with it like it's nothing. Bring that big dick energy to the table. Just look them in the eye and say it usually doesn't fit unless I lube them up first. This is a real-life example of why people shop at Target. Not because of better prices, selection, or higher quality products. It's because it's not Walmart. I will gladly pay a little more to not shop at Walmart. There is literally a Walmart right around the corner from our house, less than a minute away, and I almost never go there because I cannot fucking stand to shop there. On the long-ass checkout lines, the crowds of people, navigating through the aisles of workers constantly stocking things, wobbly carts. Fuck that place. Target is heavenly in comparison. I honestly don't think they would be as successful without Walmart. They should just change their slogan to "We're not Walmart," and everyone would get it.